This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com. So much I want to say, but I don't know how much I want to spoil.
I know. I do have one big thing though that needs to be said.
Well, it's before the bat, so we're talking Gotham, of course. Let's not rush the lead. Season. All right, here's my big thing. It's season 5, episode 6. I've seen at least 2 different titles for this episode.
Yeah.
I think it's 13 Stitches, but when I looked it up elsewhere, it said something like something about the air being too thick or something.
So my TV called it Stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's what I saw on my DirecTV. Yeah, but like the one site on the internet, it's something else. I was just wondering if maybe stuff got confused because since they renumbered, because they were only going to do 10 episodes, but they gave them 12, so they could get to that 100.
Yeah, so we're halfway through the 5th season. Part of me, like, I don't want it to end, and I'll tell you why when we get into it.
All right. Well, again, it's boys' night because Wolf and Kelly aren't here. Tyler's here, but we also have Tyler's co-host from Krypton Report, Mr. James Cole.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Do my best Tyler impression, Mr. James Cole.
You're right.
So James, have you been watching Gotham since the beginning?
Yes, I have. I've been watching it since the beginning.
When they also announced Krypton.
Yeah, and Krypton's 2nd season will be out later this year.
Yeah,
Gotham's finishing up its 5th.
Gotham's about to have its 100th episode.
They wanted to pace. They wanted to take their pacing time so much. They filmed the pilot of Krypton and said, "You know what? We need to go back and reshoot this thing and change up the narrative." But Gotham, we'll let it go.
But before we get to the big bombshell, I said, all right, Tyler, here we go. I said I was glad Tyler was here tonight because why? Because Magpie made an appearance. And why is that important, Tyler?
She was created by John Byrne. Man of Steel?
That's right. Her first appearance was Man of Steel number 3, the good Man of Steel. But no, but she was the first villain.
Can't argue.
The first villain post-Crisis that Batman and Superman faced together. She was the first one.
Yep. I thought she was. That's why I was like, I knew she appeared in Byrne's run and everything. And then, what's funny though, when I saw her, the first thing I thought of was like, that one Batman series that everyone forgot exists, the Beware the Batman, where they were where they were trying to use all these like Batman villains that no one knew about or thought of. And Magpie was one of the big ones, along with Anarchy.
People like Lilith, like crap on that series. I didn't think it was that bad.
Jania hated it.
That was the computer-generated one, right?
Yeah, with Katana and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It wasn't on for very long.
It was hard to find sometimes, and then like I think they dumped the last couple episodes like on a Saturday night or something at like 2 a.m. or something. They really wanted to get through that.
Yeah. It was the last ditch of Cartoon Network doing more of the serious DC shows before they did Teen Titans Go, and I just got the full complete series from the library and just watched it all.
The Batman.
Yeah, it's on like 2 disc sets or something, 6 episodes on each. But yeah, that's what she looked directly like the same Magpie design that they had.
Yeah, but she was a John Byrne created character. So I was like, oh, the first one Batman Superman faced post Crisis. I'm glad.
Exactly, and that's why you have the Krypton Report guys.
Yeah, and then she didn't last very long.
Maybe. Let's see it.
It is Gotham.
Yeah. They didn't give her real name, so maybe this is like the first version of Magpie.
I mean, she only appeared a couple times in the comics. I don't think she even made it. I mean, she kind of got killed before. She was killed couple years ago, and then she became like a Black Lantern. So yeah, she didn't make it.
Well, my only experience with her is the name drop in Public Enemies, comic and animated movie. So
yeah, she didn't make a lot of appearances. Yeah, she was in that Man of Steel #3. Then what was it, Batman 401, and that was like late '80s. I don't think she appeared again until like 2006. So yeah,
like I said, the reason why like other than Byrne's run, like she came to mind is more because of Beware the Batman.
Yeah, I think you can pretty much count on one hand the amount of time she appeared in the comic books.
But who else did we get in this? We got Penguin and Catwoman and
teaming up, yeah.
Jeremiah, Riddler, and
Simon's
favorite.
I'll
have to wait till next week.
He likes fake Bane.
Yes, my favorite Batman villain is Bane. Kind of iffy on his appearance here in Gotham. See what they do with him going forward, but
for real, right? Like,
were they going with like a Tom Hardy vibe? I mean, not skip to the end, but she puts that mask on him. He's like, Champ Gordon.
They were like, all right. They're like, all right, we're gonna make it like Tom Hardy, but everything you have has to come from the Dollar Tree. So, I don't know. Like, it just, I'm interested to see what they do. Like,
well, did you hear the story about where they bought the metal chess piece and stuff like that from a scrapyard artist or whatever, and then they found out that the artist was like, they found out that they bought it and that they're using it for the show, and they wanted more money. And it was bought for like $50.
Oh,
that's funny.
They still paid too much.
Yeah.
Steampunk Bane.
I swear, Nigma had a better outfit this episode.
Nigma in
that
the
suit.
Kevlar.
Yeah.
But okay, so with Bane's look, I will get more into it when he actually is Bane'd up, but it's like he's not that difficult of a character to do. This is like our third live action Bane. We still can't get it right.
Yeah, but it's like, is it really Bane? Because it's like, you know, he wasn't friends with Gordon. He wasn't even like a white guy. Well, yeah, I guess he was a white guy. But I mean, his father was King Snake, who's a white guy. But he grew up in Santa Prisca, or yeah.
It's Gotham.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, born and raised in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
First time he killed somebody was 8 years old, 8 or 10,
something like that. Yeah, because his mother gave birth to him in prison, and they locked him up for the crimes of his father. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
self-taught, self-educated, self-disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think they've gotten him right since Nightfall, anyways.
Nah.
I'm hoping that, you know, since he's such a big deal in Tom King's run right now, I'm hoping he does something good with him. Because I'm really upset with the majority of stuff that comes from Bane. Most of the time, I'm actually reading Bane Conquest right now, and some of it's really cool. Other parts are like a little iffy sometimes too.
I mean, they're setting him up to maybe be the big mastermind behind the whole thing. You know, Batman's going through, not getting married, and
I mean, and in Bane Conquest, at least the physicality is there. They always write the physicality in with Bane, but there's a character who's challenging him intellectually in the story as well. So I haven't gotten all the way through. I'm only about a third of the way through it. I bought the whole trade, so I'm only about a third of the way through, but I want to see, you know, hopefully by the end of it, they kind of do him justice, especially since it's still the same Bane that's in continuity. It's because they have the rebirth suit on Batman and everything with the yellow outline on his.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
But the whole Tom, not this stagger too far into
Phil's Comics Corner.
But Yeah, the whole Tom King thing, like people were complaining when Batman didn't get married in issue 50, and they're like, "Oh no, give it another 50 issues." Tom King has like at least 100 issue like arc, like plan. That's like really 100 issues. That's kind of optimistic in today's comic market. It's like people stick around. It's Batman, I guess, but
how many did Scott Snyder do in his run? And that's including like his run. Okay, I say this right now. He had more plans for what he wanted to do with Batman, and that's why they did the whole Batman Eternal thing and stretched it out. Because if you really look at Batman Eternal, it feels like that what should have been like the next volume after 0 Year.
Yeah,
because it brought back the Court of Owls storyline that he left off with. So it looked like they took it and they were like, let's just do the side thing.
Now that you said it, I mean, Snyder probably got close to 100 because, I think he had like 50 or 52 issues of the regular book or close to it. And then, he did eat Batman Eternal. So,
but anyways, I mean, I guess Tom King, like, if he has the idea, but he's done a good job. But all right, so jumping ahead, Phil, who do you think Walker is?
Not Chuck Norris, I'll tell you that.
No, I was kind of disappointed it wasn't a Texas Ranger. TR for short, but no.
I mean, it's nice if it's an original character too, because I mean, we don't need a known name for everyone in Gotham.
Right, but
not at this point.
I was kind of thinking, I cannot remember. I'm getting mixed up. We haven't got Talia on Gotham, have we?
No.
So
no, not that I recall at all.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's too much.
They brought in Roz. I don't even think they referenced his children at all.
She would probably be pretty.
To think of it from.
She'd be pretty young, I guess, unless she was doing Lazarus Pit water also, because isn't she? She's at least Bruce's age, if not younger.
We've gone through 3 different poison ivies, Phil.
Close.
I know.
We're throwing out logic now. Okay.
I know.
I was thinking maybe like Lady Shiva. Or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Just because, like, at first I was like, Walker, and then I was like, is it Waller? Like, that'd been kind of cool. And then when she shows up at the end, I'm like, nope. Definitely not Waller. Because that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, the name wasn't striking a bell, and I just did a Google search for DC Comics Walker, and I just got a writer that's it. So
that was my big one. But this is my big. This is Phil. This is what I was saying earlier. Why I kind of don't want Gotham to end in this, but I want it to end the way it is, because there is no way that when Batman shows up, Jim Gordon doesn't automatically know it's Bruce Wayne.
Well, that's what I keep saying. I'm like, how does the way he's, especially this season, the way he's running around, how does everyone not know who he is? That's why I said.
Well, see, I
like 5 years from now, when Batman goes to beat information out of the Penguin, he's not like, oh hey Bruce, it's time for my weekly beating.
Well, see, I can understand maybe not the Penguin and stuff because they're not around as well, but Selena, she'll know.
Yeah, but he's running around the whole time with a mask. I mean, he shouldn't the Riddler know? I mean, he helped Eddie, gas those troops in the police precinct.
I mean, it makes you wonder if in the time jump between the that they say towards the end for the finale, if he's gonna leave town at any point, what's gonna happen with the No Man's Land, and if maybe a lot of people are in prison or something, and he kind of does his walkabout before he returns back to Gotham or something.
That's what I was thinking. How they're going to end the last episode is they'll show him leaving town, and then the last minute or two they'll do like one of those flashes where they just show someone in a bat suit, Yeah. Making his first appearance.
Right. You've read or heard them saying that the last episode is he's going to be Batman in it, and that David Mazouz is going to be like the voice. And there's going to be another person in the suit mostly because, he's not big enough. He's not grown enough to be Batman 10 years from now.
Yeah.
So they got to do like a combination. And I don't know how much Batman's going to be in. I mean, if it's 10 years, it's not going to be like year one Batman right away. Yeah. I wouldn't assume at this point. least a couple of years in at that point.
It wouldn't make sense. I kind of like the idea of Jim Gordon knowing Bruce is Batman and what kind of relationship that is with Gotham. But how much worse can Gotham get needing Batman than it is now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like this show, like the premise. I don't know. On a certain level, I always have problems somewhat with prequels, but it's like you really couldn't have Gordon and the cops dealing too well with the villains because it's like, well, then why do you need Batman later on?
Yeah,
right. I like the fact that it's gotten so bad and it's gotten in over his head the way it has. The police haven't been able to keep up with it. I've kind of liked the idea of the show being, because normally in the comics he's the villains and things were more of they came along after he had come along to challenge him. And I kind of like the idea that they use in this one that he becomes Batman to deal with them. So it's a nice change. You know, kind of doesn't make him seem like he's the first lunatic out of the gate.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. But we got Lee back.
Yeah.
Finally.
They were like, didn't see that twist coming. There's another operative.
Oh, you knew it. Yeah, it's like she hasn't remembered the last 3 months. If you know the season finale last season, her and Ed got caught at the same time. It's like, okay, well, if Ed has a chip,
And I mean, just the whole how she got the gun away from that soldier and took the soldier down.
Mm-hmm.
Jim.
I love how he had the shocker.
I just like the effect of Eduardo getting rebarb through his chest.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, so that's how that happened.
That's the only thing about getting the information ahead of time, because like any other time you'd be like, oh, he's dead, but you're like, oh, he's becoming Bane. He's gonna live through this.
That's why I hate they announce stuff like this person cast as this behind the scenes. But I'm like, I don't want to know this because.
But they want to hype. They want to hype the last seasons. They're like, oh, Bane's coming. They
might okay. So I'm a little like frustrated that I haven't got more Scarecrow. Like the Scarecrow gang or like the mutant gang. Like I kind of was looking for like maybe some more or just go all in and like more gang wars.
Well, they were talking like they mentioned Freeze before. We haven't gotten Mr. Freeze this season.
Or Firefly.
Unless the budget's down or something.
They basically mentioned that they're like warring it out there in the north part of the city, and that's it. Like they're up doing their own thing.
I wonder if they only got so much budget and they're saving a lot of it for like the last episode.
I mean, didn't they? What do you call it? Wasn't the ventriloquist teased? I can't remember who else was teased at the end of last season.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I know. Like we got a flash of ventriloquist in like that last episode of Titans.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
So, yeah.
So, side note: are you guys excited to watch Doom Patrol tomorrow or this weekend?
I'm curious.
I watched the extended trailer and I thought it looked fantastic. Very interesting. I'm coming in with zero knowledge on the Doom Patrol, so it's like fresh to see what it looks like on screen. And it's going to be interesting.
That's kind of why I'm more intrigued by it, is when it comes to Doom Patrol, I know the Doom Patrol from the episode of Batman Brave and the Bold, the Teen Titans episode, and
Doom Patrol Go.
Yeah, Doom Patrol Go, and the other episode of Titans. Like, I've never read a Doom Patrol comic.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I haven't read a lot of them, but I've read a bunch of like stuff when they've guest starred in like Justice League and stuff, and
so I'm kind of going in just to enjoy it fresh without going like this person's this. But what bugs me, I know we're on our little side tangent here, is it's Doom Patrol, but it's not the same continuity Doom Patrol that was in Titans.
It's not?
No.
Well, they said
bought...
something about it. I think they said it's more. I mean, the way it was reported, it sounds like it was more just another thing. What they're saying, standalone. Like it's not required to like have Titans involved or be there, you know. But it's the same characters, the same, the same actors, everybody who came from Titans episode 4. So I think it's kind of useless reporting these days where they're all like everything's standalone. Well, it's all tied together. It just doesn't require, the same. Doesn't require the same strings. Just it doesn't have to say this is that. We got to bring Robin over. We got to bring the Titans over or anything like that.
I just think
that was my understanding of it. It's just another clickbait article, is what it looked like to me.
It's just another way of getting around while they recast Chief.
Well, if you get Timothy Dalton, you go with it.
They got a great cast going into the show, so I'm really excited.
All right,
Plus Alan Tudyk is the villain, so can't get.
Oh yeah,
that's that alone is got to watch it for that alone.
But, all right, back to Gotham. Is there anything we missed before we get to that bombshell of an ending?
Let's see. Let me start at the beginning. I love that Harvey Bullock was actually smart for a change, and in a way outsmarted the Riddler by actually knowing something about dead birds, and that was pretty cool.
Harvey's been like the man this season,
I wonder if Harvey's going to make it out by the end of the season. Because, he keeps talking about his old ticker.
Yeah, if they go by continuity, they can maybe do something with...
There's no continuity to this show, Phil. Come on.
Unless Barbara gives... all right, spoilers. Unless Barbara gives birth and dies.
So
what if she dies in childbirth?
Here's my thing, okay? Who's she having, Barbara or Jim Jr.?
I'd say it's either...
Or are they twins?
I was going to say it's either Barbara by herself or it's twins. But...
So...
I say she dies in childbirth.
Bruce's... Yeah.
Well, maybe that's not... Giving birth to Barbara.
Maybe that's why he names the girl after her, because she dies, yeah.
Hey, I've said that for years now, that she gets pregnant and redeems herself. Was what my theory was, and they named the baby after her or whatever.
I just love the line. She's like, Jim, we need to talk. Now's not a good time. Well, it was a good time the other night over there. Harvey's like, what?
How long ago was this other night? Because that's some magical man stuff going on there, Jim. If she's pregnant already, buddy. Like,
Lilith has a theory.
At least a handful of weeks.
That's what I'm wondering. Like how long ago was that? Unless, and is she sure? Are there? I guess there could be pregnancy tests floating around.
General time frame. At least 6 weeks to probably determine a positive with just your pharmacy test that she steals from the empty pharmacy.
Because they haven't given us a count on the day lately, and they were off. The show was off last week, so. I wonder how much time did pass.
Yeah, but 2 weeks would still be a little tough there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I wonder how much time passed in that 2 weeks or.
Yeah, well, you got whenever the big fight goes down that the season opened with at just over a year, and then like a year and a month, like 13 months, and then. They started at just before 90 days. So there's a lot of time in between, and they haven't gotten to that point yet.
That's what I guess I was going to say. That's what they could have did. They could have had them sleep together in the finale, and then, it's been 3 months. So that would have been more believable, but I guess they didn't want to be like, have her walking around starting the show. And
I don't know.
Right.
It's Gotham. All the logic.
What about, it's Gotham.
Well, they're going to have to do another time jump if they want to show the birth.
Well, it's like when everybody explains Batman. It's like, because he's Batman. Because it's Gotham.
Gotham. You know that city that now magically gets referenced in every episode of Arrow?
Oh yeah, now that they have the that's what I said. Every it seems like every Flash and Arrow now. It's like now that they have the play, they mention Gotham, they mention Wayne Tech, they mention Superman.
And then last week or this past Arrow, the one that I wanted to message you, he's like, they could have sent me back to Arkham Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, okay. There we go. There's our Bat reference for this episode of Arrow.
Star City Slayer, yep.
I was kind of almost hoping he'd come out to be like an actual like Batman villain. It'd be kind of cool, but whatever.
No, he was in Kevin Smith's Green Arrow run, but there was like more supernatural stuff going on there.
I thought so.
I was hoping for a supernatural thing, but nah.
That dude's a good. I mean, he was on Supernatural.
Wait a minute. Think about it. I mean, all right. Any spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this week's Arrow yet? A lot of DC blondes getting pregnant this week. Felicity, spoilers. Barbara.
Anyone else is blonde?
Oh, Kara.
No, yeah.
Oh,
you know who should show.
Hey, maybe in real life she just got married.
You know who should show up pregnant? Patty Spivot.
Right.
Barry, this is our child from that one time you don't remember. He's now 4. I named him Eobard for some reason.
Oh, nice.
I'm out of bonds.
Bruce is getting pretty good though, hand to hand.
Oh yeah,
taking out those military guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said there's no way you couldn't tell he was Batman.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
stepping up his game a little bit this season.
I was gonna say, if no other season, this season he's running around, no mask on. He's not even wearing that Midnighter costume he's wearing before. he's got no mask on. He's running around doing all this stuff.
This is like his Smallville season 9 costume.
He's beating on gangs. Right. He's beating on the mutant gang.
Black trench coat.
He's grapple gunning his girlfriend's arm. I mean, come on. How do you not know he's Batman?
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's why I think it'd be an interesting show.
I
kind of have the same idea with this show as with Smallville. You know, it's definitely its own universe.
Oh no, it's like Bane's troops gonna I don't know, gas the city in the end, and everyone's gonna magically forget or something.
Yes.
So I was gonna say Selena has
the amnesia trope.
Yeah.
You mean Jim Gordon's gonna get his just gonna wipe across his brow? And it's gonna be,
they're gonna give him the old Lex Luthor from this Smallville finale.
Yeah, exactly. That's how the show's gonna end.
Yeah. With this show, he could accidentally take a bullet to the head but survive, just like a memory lobotomy. The only thing he forgets is Bruce.
They're gonna chip the whole city.
Yeah.
The Men in Black show up. There's Wayne Tech, Men in Black, things like.
I wouldn't put anything past Gotham at this point.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point, Phil.
Then we get
Gotham.
Lee gave him that look though when she said she was pregnant.
I know, really?
It would have been funny, me too.
Oh, jeez.
And it's yours, Jim. What? And then they're all just kind of huh. That would have been kind of cool if both of them were pregnant and Barbara gave birth to Jim.
I think it was more a look you couldn't come find me for 3 months. Oh, I see why.
Jim he can't win. That's a problem.
Well, as Lilith says, Jim Gordon's junk drives the women crazy. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else in this series? He killed Sophia.
Well, Sophia. Well, he was sleeping with. Was that Valerie Vale? It wasn't Vicky.
Yeah. I knew there was another one.
Well, she's on The Gifted now, so he turned her into a mutant.
I'm trying to remember. I was trying to run down all the women Jim Gordon's had.
His stuff does everything to people.
I know. Yeah, Valerie Vale's on The Gifted now.
But this was a good episode.
Teleporting people.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, Gotham is fun to watch just for the villains. Like, it's like one of those
things.
Where, like,
they figured
made the show.
They figured that out a long time ago because originally it was supposed to just be like Jim and Harvey, and every once in a while you might get a mention of something, but then Penguin came in and stole the show, and they're just like,
yeah,
and they built Riddler up over the years, and
that's why we got like 3 or 4 episodes of the Ogre, because we had to stretch that out because they were like,
well, I think they made that season longer, so yeah, that's why they dragged that out. Is they were like, all right, let's hustle. And did you see?
You still gotta give it the actor they had. What's Milo who plays?
Who
played the Ogre? I mean, giving him screen time can't argue with that though.
Oh yeah.
No. And then we get Jeremiah showing up at the end.
Yeah. Do you see where? Oh yeah, he got Alfred. And do you see where they're going next week?
Yep. Ace Chemicals.
Is he going to drop him in the vat?
This is where he falls in the vat and pops out, and I'm telling you right now, that's how we get our third interpretation of Cameron Monaghan's character.
So mad he's not going to be wearing a red hood.
They gave us the 3 Jokers before Jeff Johns did.
I don't know if they're going anywhere with that. Again, in other news, it was announced. What was it today? Jared Leto's out as Joker.
And you know what?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me just because, let's see, Suicide Squad happened in 2016. That's 3 years ago. And as much as people loved Harley, it'll be 4 years by the time we see her on screen again. And then 5 years when we get the soft reboot of the Suicide Squad. Like, and here's my thing. I'm going to say my piece right here. Jared Leto's Joker. This is it. 1, he should have either been the main villain of Suicide Squad or only shown in the flashbacks. Because to give us such a new interpretation of the character, but they didn't give him enough screen time to actually perfect the character, because it's so, every scene he's in so hit and miss of differences, and he should have either been less in that film or more in that movie. And then they cut a bunch of his scenes. So it's an unbalanced interpretation that we'll never get to see really played out.
And just the appearance they gave him. I mean, he was doing his best impression of Adam Levine at the Super Bowl.
Well,
actually, Adam Levine was doing his impression of Jared Leto's Joker.
Well, true.
We'll see. Yeah. I like the idea. The idea was, why didn't they film the scene? They all wrote it in their head canon, but it was supposed to be a scene of Batman punching him in the face, and that's what busted all of his teeth, and that's why he has the grill. Because you know how Batman's gauntlet had the knuckles? That was supposed to be after they killed Robin.
That would be better. I mean, that would at least give an excuse why he had that.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they all said that was canon in their head canon. Mm-hmm. Like, all the filmmakers and producers, like, that's how it happened. If you did that, you could even say why all the tattoos. You could be like, okay, well, this is where I got stabbed by somebody. This is where Batman broke my rib. This is, You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a really great just kind of scene.
Yeah.
Like, to have, just to at least get a scene of Batman and the Joker together.
Mm-hmm.
But,
right. Yeah. Suicide Squad was it was a good character piece, but it definitely falls apart by the third act.
Well, they're restructuring over there because it's like, it's like Affleck's out now, Jared Leto's out.
What I hate is they keep referring to Affleck's out as the Batman of the DC EU, and who will take nobody. That's the whole point of Matt Reeves' Batman. It's not supposed to connect to anything.
Yeah,
it's not. It's just like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. It's not connected. So there is no Batman technically in the DC EU. It's like the memory ghost of Affleck, So it's like whoever they get, it doesn't matter because he's not going to be connected to anything else. That's the restructuring is, let's make it all separate again. But that's really before the bat.
No, I said, if we ever want to cover that Alfred series, we could do really before the bat.
This is Phil for Really Before the Bat.
Very, very before the bat.
This is Tyler for the new podcast, Really, Really, Really Before the Bat. This is about Thomas Wayne as a sperm.
Yeah,
swimming.
Well, I didn't think they were going to do anyone besides Alfred, but I thought I read somewhere that it's going to be Alfred meeting a very young Thomas Wayne. So I don't know how old Thomas Wayne's going to be, but
I figure if they did that, just do it like a one episode thing, just enough where like Alfred saves it and it puts an impression, on Thomas.
So, I think if they're going to do it like at wartime or something, it'd be Thomas doing his thing, Alfred doing his thing. One episode they meet, become friends, that kind of thing, saves his life, and then, down the line he gets back in touch with him.
Or it could be something as simple as there's a war and Thomas is there teaching delivering medical supplies for like the front, being a doctor or whatever, But yeah, Alfred, the series, followed up by Utility Belt. Coming broom. You see that meme, Phil? James sent it to me earlier. It's like all the side movies that are going to come out now. Since we have The Trench, we're going to get Martha, Freddy.
Let me bring that up real fast.
The Freddie Freeman's the one that I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it says the Warner Brothers just announced the upcoming DCEU. Says The Trench, Lois Lane, Alfred, Freddy, Ice Cream Guy from Wonder Woman, and Martha.
That's the other one I'm really excited about.
Is the new lineup of DCEU movies.
But yeah, I think we've hit everything for this episode.
I think because it's like there wasn't like on previous seasons it was like they tried to jam pack a lot of storylines in. This season you only get really like 2 storylines per episode.
There was more action. I mean, you had the fight scene.
Oh yeah, Gordon and
then you had like
fake
Bruce on the
fighting,
and then you had Penguin and Catwoman trying to escape Magpie, and then like she got buckshot, and then Penguin shot her twice. So I mean, I don't think she's coming back.
Yeah, Penguin and Catwoman and Selena in this episode were pretty fun together.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Hugo Strange gets a hold of her, then she'll come back as like Mag Pop Pie or something.
Oh, okay, Kelly. Wait, she's gonna come back as who?
I don't know.
No, say it again. Who's she gonna come back as?
Mag Pop Pie. Yeah.
Tyler with the dad joke.
Oh.
Good Lord. All right. So is that it?
I think so. Like it was paced well. I mean, yeah. I'm curious to see Penguin's supposed to be leaving Gotham. He said, where would he go?
How is he going to take that much weight in gold with him?
And the thing is, if he leaves Gotham, Penguin is always strong by the people he has around him. Penguin by himself is nothing.
Well, no, he's a mastermind. He's no Killer Croc.
Exactly. Yeah, where's Killer Croc in this show? I'm a little mad.
Too much special effects, I guess.
Come on, seriously, we've got Grundy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you basically just had to paint Butch a different color.
Just put someone with a Croc mask and a hoodie.
So,
we could at least got Waylon Jones as a person, like before he becomes a Croc.
I mean, the season's been good, but I thought maybe we get a little more because we are like at the halfway point.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a little disappointed there hasn't been more gang riots, more of like just like balls to the wall craziness with like Scarecrow and like wasn't Mad Hatter supposed to come back?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if like their budget's down, especially if they were going to only do 10, but then they stretched it to 12 so they get the 100. If they were like, okay, you can do 12, but we're going to give you the same budget. It's like, oh crap.
So, because I just feel like
Unless they're saving a lot for the last episode or two.
Probably. They're like, we're gonna go crazy on the end of it.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna paint that bat on the spotlight.
That'll be the final shot of Gotham is Jim Gordon lighting a cigarette and turning on the light.
Oh, hello.
Iconic shot to end it on. Yeah,
hello.
Right.
Hello, man. I don't know.
It'd be awesome, actually, if he was just like, good to see you again. He's like, nice suit.
Plausible deniability.
Well, yeah. Well, how long has it been established in different mediums, cartoons and comics and stuff like that, where it's implied that Gordon knows who he is, but he doesn't want to know who he is because of that plausible deniability and everything?
Oh yeah, if the mayor or somebody comes to me, I haven't seen your face, so honestly, I can say I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Didn't they try to bring in? Man, I feel like I need to rewatch Gotham, but at the same time, I don't feel like rewatching it.
I just watched. They put the new Batman Adventures on. I just watched the episode, the Scarecrow episode where Barbara dreams her worst fear, and she tells her dad that she wants to tell her dad who she is and what she's doing, and basically he's like, I don't want to know, especially about that. Like, he knows, but he doesn't want to know.
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, didn't they bring in Yendel at one point? Like, didn't they in Gotham, I thought? Or they were alluding
I know they brought in Essen and killed her.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of those, like, Essen was on year one. Okay.
I'm
trying to remember.
Oh, yeah.
Jerome killed her at the police station during the Maniacs phase in season 2.
Yep, where Todd Stashwick died. Yeah, rest in peace, buddy.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, every woman in Jim Gordon's life on this show either dies or gets pregnant.
We don't have a new Black Mask yet either.
It was insane. Yeah, we only had Stashwick. Yeah.
Man, we need some. Oh well, Gotham's at the end. We'll see how it goes out.
At least we got Ewan McGregor.
Yes, we do.
So
whatever the movie's going to be about, I'm sure he's going to play it well.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get out of here. But everyone grade it. James, what grade would you give this episode?
It furthered a couple of things along. Lee came back. I give it a B.
Tyler?
I'd give it a B.
That's what I was thinking before anyone said anything. So, and I would say it's definitely a solid B
because it was fun. Jania hasn't been watching it with me. She used to watch all of it with me, but she's kind of like hasn't been as interested in it anymore. And she watched.
After you've been married too long.
Well, it's the final season now.
And so she likes Jeremiah and she loves Joker, but she watched it with me and seemed to enjoy it. So I'm going with B.
Tell her she has to at least watch the last episode.
Oh, yeah. She'll definitely watch that one. I'll be like, yeah.
So if my woman watch it, please watch it. All right. Let's get out of here. James, anything you want to promote?
Well, come find us on Krypton, on the Krypton Report.
Yeah, we got
James Cole the Third Facebook.
I said we had 2 new episodes. We had one drop yesterday or 2 days ago. Our second part of Superman the movie with the Last Sons of Krypton.
I enjoyed that. And what was it, yesterday or today? I listened to your Action Comics 1005 and 1006 review.
Yep, and then we just dropped our Reign of the Superman movie review. Yeah, we got it. James and I are gonna do our rest of our comic reviews here soon.
Nice, and I can't wait for Detective
Catch
1000.
Up on our comics.
Oh my gosh,
Detective 1000 is coming. 998 came out this week.
Not caught up on it, but I'll be getting 1000.
It'll be something like the way Superman was, where it'll be like its own something like standalone short stories or something that you won't have to be completely caught up.
Yeah, homage to the history of the last 80 years.
They're doing one of those hardcovers like they did for Action Comics. I already got the space right next to the. I
already ordered mine. Already ordered it.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Send us your thoughts. We're halfway through the last season of Gotham. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Before the Bat, Twitter, @BeforeTheBatPod, and @CL Sidekicks. Instagram, CL Sidekicks, and the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Call us. We have working phones, unlike Gotham.
And they're red, too.
Oh, yeah, that's of course. Sitting right next to my bust of Shakespeare. Yeah.
I was waiting for the Shakespeare bust to come up.
That's because Batwoman has it right now.
I wonder if that's going to be a scene in the final episode, if they're going to show him and Alfred like setting up the cave or anything.
That makes sense.
Or are they going to like pan in and you see like a giant penny and like a dinosaur down there or something?
It'll be probably like a Batman Begins cave, which is like an actual cave.
Well, Jerome Jeremiah's tunneled his way in now, so like who knows where else he can go down there as opposed to just that one open room.
It's okay, he'll forget. He's gonna fall in chemicals.
The same thing in the water of Gotham. It turns everybody crazy, makes them forget. So, come back next week. Same bad time. Same bad channel.
The Gotham Podcast.
Yeah, buddy.